Ciao, Ni Hao, Yasu, Bonjour, Guten Tag. My name is Lydia, and I'm your host of the Global Travel Junkie podcast, where we'll discover new luxury destinations and experiences together. So let's get started and meet today's guest. Hi, everyone. It's Lydia with the Global Travel Junkie YouTube channel and podcast. And today I'm so excited to introduce you to our guest. We have a very avid traveler who's going to talk to us about the type of luxury travel that he's experienced, but we picked one place in particular that we're going to share with you today. So, Attilio, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yes. So where are you in the world today? Where are you sitting in right now?
Well, I am in my house right now. I'm in Milano. We had just finished the Christmas and New Year's Eve vacation, so I'm organizing my next trip for this year. So I'm in cold Milano.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know where that is, that's in Italy. So
it's in Italy, of course.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to just get started and get rolling on luxury travel. I'm so excited to do this. But first, I would like for you to introduce yourself, give us a little bit of background, and tell us why you're on the show today.
Okay, well, my name is Attilio, and as Lydia said, I'm Italian. I've been traveling the world since I was 12 years old. Yes, I am a very, very lucky person. My dad has been working in a foreign country, so every summer, the day the school was over, we hop on a plane and we went to meet him. And I got to visit many, many, many countries in the world. Of course, this kind of traveling habit got into me when I got to be an adult and started working, and that's why I got to keep doing jobs that would allow me to travel and visit the world. I can say that probably I've visited about 60% of the world today, and that's very good considering that I'm considering all the countries in the world. So a lot of like African countries that they're like, kind of impossible to go for many reasons. But besides that, all the countries that you can actually go and visit, most of them I visited for either work or pleasure. And even if it was work, though, I did find always a way to sneak in and go visit some museums and some other places.
Good.
So that's me. And today, today I'm a food consultant. What that is like I try to bring the made in Italy to the world. We Italian have a passion about our way to prepare food and to eat that is very particular. So what I do, I try to go around the world, and especially in the United States, to do cooking shows and to do blogs or video blogs that would join this particular things, which is traveling and food all together. Because one of my favorite thing that I do is I take American tourists that come to Italy and I take them to visit some of our factories or our places where we produce Parmigiano or prosciutto, or to visit a Prosecco vineyard. So that is like a lot of fun. Also because that really gives a chance for them to understand our culture, and that really gives me a lot of satisfaction because not anyone has gone back unsatisfied what they visited, and especially they did gain a few pounds too. So that is also a good sign.
That's typical when you go visit Italy. So you were telling me earlier that you're actually a platinum member of a travel club. So tell us a little bit about that and where you've been.
Exactly. Well, the reason why I am a member is because when you get to travel a lot, and you don't want to find any surprises whenever you're going to go. So you do bring your essential things with you, of course, but there's are a lot of services that you may need, and a lot of things that you may need even around you in the room that you got to have. And when you travel for work, you want those things to be there. Those services or amenities, as I call them, come to only certain kind of hotels. So after I tested some of them, I find out that Sofitel and the chain that the Sofitel is in is actually a fantastic structure that offers a lot of different kind of services, and especially if even you're not good to the language, they really help you, and they're really prepared to give you the right indication. So that's why it's been quite sometimes now that I travel with in a Sofitel hotels, and I did get the platinum card for it.
Great. Well, list for me some of those places you were saying
Excuse me.
actually been to. You know, the
Yes. The Sofitels are part of the Accor group, and the Accor group, it's a French group. So mainly you can find these hotels in all over the world, but especially in those countries where French has a predominant visibility. But in Chicago, for example, in downtown, there is a fantastic Sofitel. Also, but around the world, in Beijing, in Shanghai. Oh my God, the one in Shanghai is amazing. It looks like if you walk in the reception in the hall, you look like inside a Buddha temple. It's really nice. They have swimming pools with waves and beaches, and the one that we're going to be talking about today is in Tahiti. Tahiti, it's like the capital, I would say, the main island of the Polynesian island. Beautiful islands in the Pacific Oceans. And it's like one of the most paradisiac islands that I've ever visited in my life. Way better than the Caribbeans, way better than many other tropical islands I've been to. And because of this, also the structures that have been built, they also respected nature, and they also respected a lot what the environment was. So you do not have like a wave of cement along the coast. No, you have very recluded area for the resort, which almost kind of mix itself into the forest itself. And then you have this beautiful beaches.
So you're basically one with nature when you go there because you're living in that natural environment. So in order for us to move forward, let me ask you your definition of luxury, because it's different for everyone. So let's talk about that before we dive into the exact hotel you visited.
Okay, well, I think this is a very interesting question, Lydia, and I appreciated you asking me that, because each one of us has a different idea and a different kind of a concept of what luxurious is. What is luxurious? A hotel room that costs us a lot of money, or a hotel room that, even though it's not so good, but yet it's a 5-star because it's in the downtown of a very important city? I think that in my personal opinion, after traveling so long, I found luxurious to be those places that can offer to you what you expect to find to make yourself comfortable. And by that, I don't mean just the air conditioning or the heater or a mattress or a shower that works. No, I don't mean that. I mean the extra topper on the mattress. I mean a perfectly clean room. I'm talking about all the services that maybe the hotel itself can provide to make you feel comfortable with all the amenities inside the room. How many times you forget a comb, but not in my case, but or toothbrush, toothpaste, or whatever. Any of those things, the hotel provide them to you. You can call them in advance, and they will let you have them inside the room. They have services. If you're a tourist, they have services to provide to you. They're not so much overpriced just because they rely only on their own agencies or their own tour operators that will take you to do things. I've been in many different kind of tours as I was in Polynesia, and it was absolutely, I found that the pricing was the same as the one local were providing, but I was feeling more secure for the fact that I was with my hotel van, that they knew where they were going to bring me and take me. I'm sorry, and then everything else that go along with it. So also the food in the restaurants, it's something very important, because usually the restaurants in their hotels are independent managed. Some outsider, it's like a normal. And I noticed that the Sofitel chain has very strict policies in what kind of food, first of all, they want to introduce, because it's international. But I have to say, being a French chain, they do have that extra French vein in their food, which is absolutely delicious. But the thing is, they have a very strict judgment on how well and how prepared the chefs and all the staff have to be
they're
for all
critique.
the things they're going to do. Yes, absolutely. It's, I have to say, chapeau, because really, really, really nice.
Yeah. Well,
so
me,
this is what I consider luxury.
Okay, good. And for me, the details around luxury are what I really notice. And so, like the quality of the toiletries, for instance, that matters. I can tell when I'm using shampoo, if it's a high quality or like a petroleum based shampoo. I can tell the lotions, things like that. Also, things like warm towels. Having lemon water in the reception area, just all the little details. They're not just providing you water, they're providing you a hydrating, cucumber water or something. So I love to notice all the details when it comes to how an organization or a hotel or resort is going to go that extra mile to just do that one step more that they don't have to, but it makes it luxurious when they do.
Yes, absolutely.
So
and let's not forget the quality of the linen and the quality of the towels
too,
because
and the
that's
mattress.
very important. I mean, also a company that is very concerned with the environment, that doesn't change you the towels on an everyday basis, that make you as a consumer, as a client, more concerned yourself. So, it's a kind of a give and take, a very good thing that they get their clients to do. And the linen on the beds are like wonderful, very soft. The cotton is very, very, very comfortable. What can I say?
Okay, so I just wanted to mention one other thing about service and luxury, and that is how the hotel teaches their staff to interact with the guest. That is so important to me, because if I feel like I'm, connecting with the staff, or they're saying hello, or they're of service and how can I help you, whatever, like their attitude is everything. And you can tell when a hotel chain puts the customer as a priority. And so all of these things matter to your vacation, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, okay, let's dive in. Okay, we're 12 minutes in, so let's dive in to speak specifically about the resort that you're going to share with us today. Let me just I'm going to let you roll and talk, but let me tell you the kind of things that might be fun for our listeners to hear. I like to describe, how did you get there? Did you have to take some trains and planes and automobiles and taxis and boats? And, what was that experience like, to give anyone who's interested an idea of what it took to actually get to the islands? And then maybe if there was a memory of something special that you experienced there that made it pop up in your mind when I asked you what, resort or luxury hotel did you want to talk about today? And then any activities that might be around, so the guest or the listeners can, understand, once they get there, other than eat and sleep, what are they going to do? So let's talk about that. Okay. So I'm going to let you roll, and you can talk for, 10 more minutes, and I won't interrupt, and we'll just hear what you have to say.
All right. Okay. I hope I can answer.
So give us the name, the official name.
Okay.
Right?
First of all, to get there, you need, first of all, let me tell you, all listeners out there, to go to a trip like Polynesia, which is on the other side of the world, even if you're in the United States, it's still on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, you do not need to go to a specific travel agency. It's very easy for you to organize that on your own, even local travel. And I will tell you that that was like the key for me and my wife to save a lot of money. So we from Italy had to go through the United States. So we went to New York, from New York to Los Angeles. So if you travel from the United States, more than likely you would have to go through Los Angeles, no matter from whatever you are in the country. From Los Angeles, you have about 8-9 hours of flight till you get to Tahiti. Tahiti is the main islands of Polynesia, is the islands where the only international airport is the islands that when you get there, I do not suggest to stay there for more than one night, because there's nothing to see. It's a city. It's full of touristical places. The one thing that is nice to see is the market. They have like a fresh market that sells all kinds of flowers, all kinds of manoi, which is this particular kind of oil that women put on their skin, kind of for tan purposes, which is very, very good for the skin. I use it, and it really moisturizes you. And it's something that they produce there through a flower that only grows in Polynesia. But besides the fresh market, there's really nothing else to see. You should know that Polynesia is under the French constitution, because it used to be a French colony, which it still is. In fact, a lot of the construction, a lot of the architecture there is pretty much toward the old 1800s, 1700 sort of a French style. The language that they speak is French, but you would have absolutely no problem speaking in English. And it's not absolutely expensive to stay in Tahiti, because when I got there, we just went to a very cheap hotel, a 3-star hotel, just to lay ourselves down, because from Italy, it was literally a 24-hour trip. I mean, with jet lag and everything else. So, by the way, in Polynesia, you have to go back in town, just in time, just like if you would be in the Hawaii. But I believe that's like, from Italy, it's like 12 hours. So if right now it would be midnight over there, it would be noon of the day before. So once you stay to Tahiti, what we organize, because Polynesia, it's all a different kind of things. They have islands. They're made out of extinct volcanoes, and they have atolls. The atolls are like the rings of land that you see. Well, that ring that you see in the water is nothing else than the tip of a crater of a volcano that collapsed underneath the water. And that created like a whole lagoon inside, which is, it can be deep up to even like, 4 miles. I don't know. It's very, very deep, because, again, it used to be a volcano. Yet at the same time, all the rings, with all the fertile land that it started to grow all kinds of plants, and especially coconut. You should know that in Polynesia, the main actually there are 3 things that they live off of. First of all is tourism, of course. Second is pearls. And third is coconut. All the products that mainly come from coconut come from Polynesia. And of course, the pearls, the famous pearls of Polynesia, which is something that I will touch as I talk later on. So the first island that I went to, and is the island where this hotel is, it's Moorea. It's spelled Moorea, and it's the first island. You can really literally see it from Tahiti, because it's very close, and you can either get there by boat, or you can go there as I did with like a local flight, one of those propeller, a little plane that it kind of wobbles like that. Yes, but it's all fun, and it's like a 15 minutes thing. You just cross the channel and you get there, and it's very cheap. And once I got there, there was my car that when I booked the hotel provided me a rental car for me to be picked up from the hotel, from the airport. I was brought brought to the hotel, and I was welcomed with a nice crown of flowers, and I was brought inside what was a overwater bungalow. What is an overwater bungalow? So I'm sure you have seen that sometimes you have this like round constructions on top of the water with all these bungalows that look like these ancient kind of homes, like a prehistorical man or something. But they're actually very comfortable. They are absolutely with any kind of comforts inside, including a piece of the floor that is made out of glass. So at night, you can be with your partner, you can be with your friends, you can be right there sitting down on the porch or inside, and with lights that actually reflect the sea and will attract even more fish. And you can see this really live fish tank in front of you, aquarium that is like amazing. It's really, really, really nice.
Tell us about
one fun thing, yeah.
Tell us about the hotel like lobby and what you experienced when you walked in.
As I said, the service in these hotels is amazing. Once I got there, I just had to say my name and give my document and my passport. They knew everything, what I was staying, what I requested, what kind of, if I had any allergies, any intolerances, everything that I wanted it, I wrote it in, and they had it, and it was there. Nothing was missing. It was amazing. One thing that I did not expect was to be in a bungalow that was not too far away, and I was kind of like in the main way that you go out toward bungalows. There's like a main one, which is the bar, and then all the other bungalows that start next to it, right? So I was not too far from the bar, and it's nice to go there because the bar has a hole in the middle, and as the bartender goes around this hole to serve you, you can see that in the hole with the lights, there's like another aquarium, but it's huge. And it was made on top of a rock where this guy, let me tell you, he has these pieces of chunks of tuna fish and he drops them in the water. All of a sudden, excuse me, this Moorea came out, and I'm not joking. I have videos to prove it. The head was as bigger than my head, okay? It was this big. The body was this thick. It was like that's like 2 feet thick body. It was so long that I couldn't even see the end of it. And it started to come out gently, taking these little pieces of tuna fish. And it was like, he started to caress her and joke with her. I was like, oh my God, you know? It was like the most amazing thing. Yes. So anyway.
Well, wait, are there live bands? Like, tell us a little bit about the nightlife there.
Okay, the nightlife there. The nightlife, first of all, what you need to see is, to understand is this. If you're going to Polynesia, do not go to the main islands that the agency proposed to you, like Borra, for example. Way commercial, way too commercial. You will not enjoy, you will not see local culture. The local people in Polynesia are phenomenal. They have a lot of attitudes with the Hawaiian people. In fact, even their skin, their eyes, the physiology of the people there recalls a little bit the Hawaiian people. They're beautiful people. They're most loving and open people ever. What you can do there, if you're in an atoll, there's really nothing you can do there because the atoll is like a strip of land. If you rent a bike in 20 minutes, you have gone around it. But it's nice to go there because of the sea, because of the marine life that you have there. In fact, we went to 2 atolls. But the most fun you have, it's in the islands. And in the islands, you can go and see vanilla factories. You can go see banana factories. You can go see pearl factories. And that's what I really would like to say before we close this last minute, before we close this show. If you're going to Polynesia, do not buy pearls from the vendors or anything else, but try to go in a place, in a hotel or a bungalow close to a pearl factory like we did. It was amazing because this guy just goes, picks up the oysters from the sea, puts all the pearls in a bucket, brings it back and toss it to you in a board, like a wooden board that was his table. And we just picked the one that we wanted it, and we paid him like if it was like a potato chips. Of course,
How
all
much?
this
How
you
much do
cannot get.
pearls cost there?
That can cost. It depends on the color, how
And the
big it is,
quality.
how round it is. There's like a lot of different kind of parameters
Right.
which that they're judged. But a big, nice, good size, like a half an inch, kind of a pearl can go up to even several $1,000s. It depends how round and what color it is.
Okay,
So
let's take the
yeah,
6 minutes that we planned for and talk. I want to talk about the food because you're a chef.
okay,
Let's talk
yeah.
about the food at the Sofitel, and I
Yeah.
want to talk about like, did y'all do any physical activities? Like, did you go kayaking or in the water, or do you
Yeah.
swim in the water? Like, what are the things to do that are physical when you're at the
Well, the
hotel?
Sofitel is located right on the beach, and it's amazing because they have like this old bay by themselves, and it's as I said, if you see it from the distance, it doesn't even look like it's there. It's not too invasive in the nature, and in this bay, it's very very nice for you to go on a kayak or to even swim. There's absolutely no danger whatsoever. By the way, in all Polynesia and all the islands, there is no snakes. Polynesia is a snake-free country, and that is like amazing because there is like a lot of things that you can go see, especially in the islands where we were. You can go see the Aztec or the not the Aztec. I'm sorry, the indigenous temples that were similar to the Aztecs. In fact, when Captain Cook went there, that's where the people that welcomed Captain Cook when he visited and discovered Polynesia. So all these they're beautiful temples. They're like thousands of years old that you can go see, and it's very easy and fun to do because you can rent a scooter and you can just go around on these little things. The traffic, as you can imagine, there are two roads. There's no traffic whatsoever because it's an island, and everybody's like with his little scooter, and there's probably a few little cars, but that's about it. So it's very safe to go there, and you can visit. So as I said, some historical sites. You can do a lot of activities in the water, from fishing, deep water fishing, to snorkeling. You can do snorkeling without fishing. You can go and do kayak, as I already mentioned.
Scuba dive.
You can scuba dive, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And again, you can visit also some vanilla factories. Vanilla is like one of the main ingredients that is produced in Polynesia all over the world, and it's like amazing to go see a factory because I mean you're gonna smell like vanilla for 2 days. You're like the sweetest thing ever. I mean, it was amazing. The pineapple, you can go get a pineapple leaf. I was in a pineapple field. This guy with this huge machete went there, boom, cut it up for me, put it in a squeezer, and I drank the freshest pineapple juice ever. It's like emotions, really emotions.
I want to ask you, are there like jungles? What's the terrain like? Is it farmland, jungles, forests?
No,
Like, what do you
it's
see when
very
you're
much
there?
like jungle, very much like jungle, very much like a lot of forest, especially in the islands. In the atolls, they're like mainly coconut and palm trees, mainly. Few plants, but mainly coconut. On the other hand, in the islands, you can see a lot of these forests, especially in the middle, on the top of the mountain of the volcano. You ask me, what's the food there? You can either go for local food, which is food that the indigenous cook, but sometimes it's a little particular because they cook it underneath the ground with the ashes, with on top of the banana leaves. It takes 3 hours to cook, so like they have either fish or meat or a pig or whatever. They after they clean it and everything else, they put it in sleeves, they wrap it, they put it in with the coil, hot coil under the ground, and they just let it cook there for hours. And that's fun to do one time. Then you want to go and eat in decent restaurants because we're used to that, and our stomach can tolerate up to that much. And the food is absolutely fresh. All the fish is super, super fresh. The tuna with coconut juice, it's amazing, and I would suggest everybody to eat that. And there is one particular restaurant that you should go to, which is a French restaurant, and it's right on the sea. And it's not too far from the hotel. It's like probably 10 minutes drive. But the fun thing is that they bring you a little plate as you wait for your dish with a couple of chunks of little fish, and you can go down to a couple of steps next to your table, put your hands like this on the water, and you have this little mantis that comes and whoop, eats it up from you. It's like a little stingrays that come and they eat it up from you. It's like one of the most entertaining things that this restaurant has, and it's amazing, really, really amazing. It's, again, they're all places where you really get an emotional feedback. You don't go there to see a painting, or you're not in a museum. You're there to, which you also get some emotions in your museum too. But here it's like you're like going back in history and how these people were living in this remote island for such a long time, and they had their gods and their
experiential. I think what you're saying is it's very experiential, and it moves you by being there. We can tell by your
French people also were good to leave the locals with their own traditional things. They didn't disrupt with their colonialism, their inhabitants and their habits and the culture, the local culture. No, they preserved it and they lived it there. In fact, I would have so much to say that I could go on for another 30 minutes, Lydia, I promise you, because Polynesia is like a total country to visit. It's like if I would have to talk to Italy, 30 minutes would not be sufficient enough. So, we would have to reschedule and to do this, because the bungalows are amazing. The rooms of the hotels are amazing. The people are amazing. If you guys go there, write to Lydia and she will give you all the information on how to get there and get all these places.
I'll be writing Attilio. So thank you so much, Attilio. Your passion and your enthusiasm and your excitement about the country and the islands is definitely encouraging and motivating. Makes me want to plan a trip and figure out how I'm going to puddle jump my way over to the island of Moorea. And Moorea. Is that right?
Perfect.
So I just want to remind everyone, we were talking about the hotel that he picked for this episode was the Sofitel Kia Ora Moorea Resort,
Tahiti,
and Lagoon, and it's in French Polynesia. So if I have an opportunity, I will put the link to this particular hotel resort in my description at the channel. And we want to invite you back, Attilio, to come and do another episode of a different journey. I definitely would love to have you highlight what you do in Italy, like talk about people who can find a Milanese hotel or resort. We'll pick one of those, and people can come and stay in that hotel, and then they can work with you and have you take them to all the different tours that you like to take people on. That would be fun.
Absolutely.
And
yes, you would. Absolutely.
I know you've traveled a lot, so we'll also have you pick the next episode of where you want to share that you've been to, and we'd love to have you back. I'm sure my audience is going to enjoy hearing you passionately describe your future travels for them.
Thank you so much, Lydia. It was really a pleasure to speak with you today. And just let me know when you want to hop on a plane again, and I'm ready with my luggage right here.
Exactly. That's right. I want to come and take some of your tours. So that would be a lot of fun. So one day, girl can dream. and we can see what the future holds for Lydia going back to Italy. So,
Yes,
anyway,
you never know. Absolutely.
yes, you never
Absolutely. We
know.
all waiting for you, open arms.
Thank you. I love Italy too. So everyone, please subscribe to the channel. We're just getting started. We're just building our audience, but we plan on having episodes of the actual hotel staff who can come on and talk about their hotel and what they offer people. We're going to have more guest stories and experiences so that you can hear from real world scenarios of people who've enjoyed particular hotels. We may even have like a chef or a spa manager who's going to talk about what the experience is when you come to their particular luxury spa. And I also am going to have a few travel agents who can come on and talk about what they've learned about different places that they've sent their clients to. So it's a great place to come and get information and resources. And I would love for y'all to comment below or give me questions or ask me. I would also love for y'all to suggest some of the places you've been that I should be interviewing and talking about. So please comment below and let us know where you've been. If you want to be a guest and talk about your luxury travel experience, go to my website, globaltraveljunkie.com, and fill out the contact us form, and it'll send me an email and we can get connected and I can have you on like I had Attilio, and you can tell your story too. So thank you all. Thank you again, Attilio. Have a wonderful night, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Ciao.
Ciao. Ci vediamo.
Ci vediamo.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. And if you'd like to be a guest on the Global Travel Junkie podcast and YouTube channel, reach out to us at our Contact Us form at globaltraveljunkie.com. We hope to see you out traveling. Adios. Ciao. Au revoir.